The air is heated by the sun, but not directly. Sunlight is changed to heat as it is absorbed by the ground. It makes the ground warm. The ground then heats the air. But the ground isn't heated to the same temperature in all places. Dark surfaces absorb more sunlight than light areas and become warmer. Light-colored areas of land absorb less heat than dark ones, and water absorbs heat more slowly than land. This means that the air over water is usually cooler during the day than the air over land. All of us have probably experienced this. It's more pleasant to be at the shore than to be in a parking lot on a hot day. But how do these differences in heating cause all different kinds of weather? Here's a place where we can find out. The Great Balloon Race. We'll be able to see what happens to air when it's heated, and that will help us to understand the weather. These balloons are simply huge bags made of special fabric. At first, big fans blow air into them. But once the balloon is partially filled, the fan is taken away and a burner is brought in. The burner heats the air expands and rises, filling the balloon and pulling it upward. Air that's warmer than the air around it moves up. Let's take another look at what happens when air is heated by the land. In this example, the air over the land will be warmer than the air over the water. It will expand and rise just as the air in the balloon did. The air over the water is cooler and denser, so it will sink and move in to push the warm air up. The result? A wind blowing from the area of cool air to the area of warm air. Air is heated by the Earth on a global scale, too. For example, a body of air that stays over a tropical ocean for a long time will become warm and moist. It absorbs heat as it passes over the warm water. It is also warmed in another way. The sun's energy makes water evaporate into the air. Eventually, the water vapor may condense to form clouds. The process of condensing releases energy in the form of heat, and this heats the air. If it happens over a large area, a great deal of heat is transferred to the air. A large uniform body of air is called an air mass. An air mass takes on the characteristics of the land or water under it. Air over a tropical ocean will form a warm, moist air mass. Air over the polar regions will form a cool, dry air mass. But air masses don't hold still forever. Eventually, they move and collide. The boundary between two air masses is called a front, and that's where some of our most interesting weather happens.